How to insert a macro in Excel. Macros in Excel are programs that are written using VBA or Visual Basic for applications. Macros are usually written to automate tasks that are performed repeatedly. You could also create a macro to compute a complex formula so that you don't need to manually type in the formula each time. Macros can be run from the developer menu. Here we have the developer menu and you can see a number of tools for creating and for running macros. But you may want to insert the macro within the sheet so that it is more accessible. You could also assign it to a button on the ribbon so that it is easy for you to locate and run the macro. So let's look at the first option. On the developer menu, we will choose Insert and choose a form control. Here I'm going to choose a button. Now the pointer changes to a little cross and I can draw the button wherever I want it on the sheet. This opens the Assign Macro box and I can choose the macro I want associated with the button. Haven't chosen that, I will say OK. And now the button is inserted on the worksheet with a default name. So I'm going to select this and replace this with a more meaningful name. Here, in this case, is the name of the macro. And then click anywhere outside the cell and I can see the button has been added. If I to run this macro, I just need to click the button and the macro runs. So this is one way of doing it. The second way is to add it to a button on the ribbon. So for that, I need to create a custom group first. So go to File, Options, under Customize Ribbon. I will see under the main tabs, I want to insert this under the Home tab. Now, first I have to create a group to which I can add this button. So say New Group and right-click, rename. I'm just going to call it Custom Macros. I can also choose a symbol that will be displayed on the ribbon. So I've chosen the symbol Custom Macros and say OK. And I can see a new group has been added. Now I want to put the macro in this group. So under the Choose Commands From, I will select Macros. So this has a number of macros already defined there. I will scroll down to the one I created, which is Revenue, and say Add. Now you can see that it has been added in the custom group and then say OK. Now when I go to the Home menu, at the end I can see that a new group has been added, Custom Macros, and the Revenue button has come there. So let me just delete these values so that we can run it and see the click Revenue and the macro runs. These are two ways of inserting a macro in Excel. Please read the appended article for more information.